You are standing at a repair shop with a $900 bill. In your wallet are 3 Chase cards. One earns more on ordinary purchases. One pays more only when the quarter and the merchant line up. One can turn the points into travel options, but it charges an annual fee. Which card do you use? If the answer takes longer than the cashier needs to run the transaction, your so-called system may already be overkill. That is the real Chase Trifecta test, not whether 3 cards can earn rewards. They can. The question is whether 3 different roles make your decision simpler enough to justify the extra account, the extra rule, and the extra fee. Make a prediction now. By the end, you should land in one of 3 places: 1 card simple, a 2-card Chase setup, or the full 3-card system. First, the safety rule. Rewards only make sense when you pay your statement balance in full and avoid interest. This is educational content, not financial advice. Always verify current card terms directly with the issuer before applying. When people say Chase Trifecta, they usually mean a group of Chase cards designed to cover different jobs. It is a nickname, not a magic product bundle. In the beginner version, those jobs are usually a catch-all card, a rotating category card, and a travel transfer card. The common examples are Chase Freedom Unlimited, Chase Freedom Flex, and Chase Sapphire Preferred. But copying those 3 names is not a strategy. A strategy begins when every card can answer one sentence. This is the purchase or redemption job I handle. Start with the boring job, because boring purchases are where a wallet system proves itself. Imagine the repair shop again. $900. No special quarterly category. No travel portal. Just a large bill you plan to pay in full. Freedom. Unlimited currently earns at least 1.5% cash back on purchases and has no annual fee. On this repair, 1.5% is $13.50. Freedom Flex currently has a 1% base rate outside its special categories. On the same repair, that is $9. The catch-all roll adds $4.50 in this example. That difference is real, but keep it in perspective. $4.50 is not a reason by itself to open another account. The question is how often the catch-all roll appears across a full year. Insurance, medical bills, car repairs, furniture, and merchants that do not fit a bonus category all need a default answer. Freedom Unlimited can fill that role inside the Chase ecosystem, but it is not automatically the best catch-all card for every viewer. If you already have a simple card outside Chase that earns more on general purchases, or if you want only 1 card in your wallet, adding Freedom Unlimited may duplicate a job you already solved. That is the first overkill warning. 2 cards with the same job are not a system. They are inventory. Now move from the repair shop to a quarterly bonus category. Freedom Flex currently earns 5% cash back on up to $1,500 in combined bonus category purchases each quarter you activate. Outside its special categories, the base rate is 1%, and the card has no annual fee. The words, "each quarter you activate," matter more than the big 5% headline. Suppose 1 quarter includes a category that matches $600 of spending you were already going to do. 5% of $600 is $30. The same spending at 1.5% would earn $9. In that example, the category card adds $21. $21 is useful. It is not life-changing. And it exists only if the purchases qualify, the category is active, the merchant codes the way you expect, and you remember which card to use. This card fits the person who enjoys checking a quarterly calendar and can change 1 wallet rule every 3 months. It does not fit the person who forgets activation, dislikes changing habits, or keeps using the wrong card at checkout. Category cards reward executed behavior, not good intentions. There is another subtle point. More cards do not always create more unique categories. Some Chase cards overlap on things like dining or drugstores. If two cards earn the same rate for the purchase in front of you, the third piece of plastic did not make the decision better. So the Freedom Flex job should be narrow. Use it when an activated quarterly category clearly beats your realistic default. When it does not, return to the catch-all. That creates a two-card operating rule anyone can remember. Category match, use Flex. No category match, use the default. For many people, that is enough. The third card should not enter until travel has a real job. Chase Sapphire Preferred currently has a $95 annual fee and can transfer eligible Ultimate Rewards points to participating travel programs. Chase also says points may be combined between eligible Ultimate Rewards accounts, subject to the program rules. That is what changes a collection of cashback cards into a travel-capable ecosystem. Points earned in eligible accounts may be combined, and the Sapphire card provides access to travel transfer options. But access is not value by itself. Picture a hotel search for a trip you actually plan to take. On one screen is the cash price. On another is a portal option. On a third is an airline or hotel program that may accept a transfer. The travel card has a job only if you will compare those real choices. Check the cash price, the points requirement, taxes and fees, cancellation rules, and the exact availability for your dates. Chase says transfers are final, so confirm the real booking before moving points. Do not add the Sapphire card because travel points sound more sophisticated. Add it only if a known trip and a usable redemption path can justify the fee and the learning curve. Who should avoid this role? Anyone who wants pure cash back, has no travel plan, dislikes portals or transfer partners, or would pay a $95 annual fee just to keep the option open. An unused option is still a cost. Now put all three cards on a single wallet map. Freedom Unlimited, ordinary purchases that do not fit a better category. Freedom Flex, activated quarterly categories when the extra return is worth remembering. Sapphire Preferred, travel earning and transfer access when travel is real and the annual fee is justified. If you cannot write those three jobs without using vague words like maybe, someday, or just in case, the full trifecta is not ready. Here's the overkill test. Question 1. Can you pay every statement balance in full? If the answer is no, stop optimizing rewards. Interest and cash flow are now the priority. Question 2. Does each card have a different job? If two cards compete for the same purchase most of the time, remove one from the operating system even if you keep the account for another reason. Question 3. Does the incremental reward beat the friction? Do not compare 5% with 0. Compare it with the card you would actually use instead, then subtract the cost of missed activations, wrong card mistakes, and time. Question 4. Will you use travel transfers in the next 12 months? Name the trip, the likely dates, and the redemption you will compare. If you cannot, the travel card may be an annual fee placeholder. Question 5. Can you state the wallet rule in 5 seconds? Category match, use Flex. Otherwise, use the catch-all. For a verified travel booking, compare the Sapphire path before paying. If that rule feels easy, the system may fit. If it feels like a memorization test, simplify. Now meet 3 viewers. Taylor wants 1 card, automatic rewards, and no quarterly calendar. Taylor should not copy a 3-card setup just because it has a popular nickname. One reliable default is the cleaner system. Morgan likes quarterly categories but travels only occasionally and prefers cash back. Morgan may get real value from the 2 freedom rolls without paying for a travel transfer card that has no current job. Riley pays in full, already has a trip on the calendar, checks award options before transferring, and can explain the 3 wallet rolls without opening a spreadsheet at checkout. Riley is the viewer for whom the full setup may reduce decisions instead of creating them. Notice what did not decide the answer: a welcome bonus, an approval prediction, or a theoretical cents per point number. Those are not the foundation. Payment behavior, spending roles, travel plans, fees, and friction are the foundation. Here is your action step. Open the last 90 days of card spending. Mark every purchase with one of 3 labels: catch-all, quarterly category, or travel. Then count how often each roll appeared. Next to each roll, write the card you already use. If the job is already solved, do not add a card just to make the diagram look complete. If the job appears often and the current card handles it poorly, that is the only place where a new roll deserves research. Then run one final test. Remove one card from the map. If the system barely changes, that card was probably not a roll. It was clutter. The Chase Trifecta is not magic. It is 3 jobs stacked together. For some viewers, that creates a clean path from everyday spending to travel. For others, it turns a 2-second checkout decision into a hobby they never wanted. 1 card simple, 2 card chase, or the full 3-card system. Choose the smallest setup that answers your real purchases without hesitation. In the next lesson, we will test food and grocery reward cards for people who want strong everyday earning without turning monthly credits into a coupon book. Rewards only make sense when you pay your statement balance in full and avoid interest. Verify current card and rewards program terms directly with Chase before applying, combining points, transferring, or redeeming. Keep every card in one clear system with CardsNest. Scan the QR code to download.